Okay, I'm going to be playing the original the original Thief 1 version of the old fan mission, The Shadow of Lord Rothchest. Um, it's by a Anthony Huso, also known as Poteh or Purah. Um, Anthony has since become a fantasy author. Um, I believe his most notable work is The Last Page, and the follow up to it, The Black Bottle, I believe. I haven't read them myself, but I've heard some good things about it. Um, anyway, okay, the premise. It's been 3 weeks since you sold Constantine's sword with the understanding that you could always steal it back. The idea was to pay off all of your debts with the cash from the sale, which you'd have already accomplished. The pursuant intent, of course, was to get the weapon back plus interest from whoever was rich enough to buy it in the first place. That was then. 2 months ago, your pigeon, a wealthy foreigner, inherited the dilapidated Rothchest mansion, an imposing structure crammed with between sullen buildings on a remote south side of town. The Rothchest mansion has a long history of abandonment. A crouched and lurking horror, the building rises from narrow, exitless back alleys shared by several taverns. For decades, the estate sat crumbling into a pile of archaic rubble, until this new lord, Kevel Rothchest, showed up to claim it. Apparently, Kevel had been settled in a distant country until the inheritance finally drew him here. Fresh to his surroundings and very interested in old weapons, Kevel seemed the perfect dupe. You disguised yourself as a low-profile fence and sold him Constantine's sword with faint misgivings over the heated fervor with which he made the purchase. Unfortunately, since then, certain developments have come to light that make you question the risk and profit ratio of your whole scheme. Several servants, newly hired by Kevel Rothchest, have now been missing for 2 weeks. Strange chants rise from the mansion grounds on late moonless nights. On top of this, rumors persist that the mansion is nothing but a refurbished Hammerite cathedral upon whose grounds some unspeakable sacrilege occurred over 2 centuries ago. After this desecration, the reclusive Rothchest family bought it, turned the cemetery into a private lot, and modified all aspects of the house and grounds to their liking. Rothchest seems in no hurry to fix the place up. Using a spyglass and taking advantage of a distant tower, you've noticed that the roof is in bad repair, and you imagine the whole place could use a good dusting. Unfortunately, you've been unable to secure a map of the place, which increases your unease about attempting the heist. To make matters worse, Lord Rothchest is said to be an uncanny opponent with a blade, and you really don't want to go toe-to-toe with him in his lair. Your plan. Despite the new moon and a vague sense of apprehension, you've decided to make your move tonight. You've dropped into the tavern alleys with the understanding that they are considered part of Lord Rothchest's property, that he has the place heavily guarded with a motley crew of fanatical madmen, and that if you are found, you'll probably disappear like the servants. There'll be no mistaking Rothchest if you run into him. He's a lethally quiet, black-cloaked gentleman with a vicious blade, and a whispered-over habit of pacing his bedchamber all night long, so the servants said before they vanished. You came armed, but on your way over the wall your sword belt got hooked on a razor-sharp bit of steel. The belt was sliced clean through, and the blade fell down a crack between the wall and one of the taverns. All the more reason you don't want to confront anyone face to face, at least not until you steal Constantine's sword back. Uh, there's some more here, but it's not that important. I'll read it anyway. Your objectives: 1. Get Constantine's sword back ASAP so you have a weapon. Second, a jeweled crowned skull was supposedly interred in the burial grounds before the desecration. It would make a nice prize, and you've determined that if it exists, you will make it yours. 3. Lord Rothchest is a freak, and for that he must pay. You're going to rob the sap of every valuable item in his bedchamber and keep any personal writings he has as souvenirs, whether he's in there pacing or not. 4. Get out alive. You've heard there are some deep tunnels under the estate that should eventually lead to the city sewers. From there you'll be home free. It's time to begin. Anyway, if you missed all that, basically, Garrett got greedy and sold Constantine's sword to a madman who turns out to be performing regular human sacrifice, so we've got to stop him. Um, this does require me to be rather unthief-like and kill Rothchest, but he deserves it, and he's the only one I'm going to kill, and I most likely will knock out most of the guards I encounter. Just a warning in advance. There really isn't a difference between the difficulties because, as you can see, they're all the same. Okay, Lord Rothchest's shadow. Get Constantine's sword back right away, so you have a weapon. A jeweled-crowned skull was supposedly interred in the burial grounds before the desecration. It would make a nice prize, and you've determined that if it exists, you will make it yours. Lord Kevel Rothchest is a freak, and for that he must pay. Rob this sap of all of his personal bedroom stash, and keep any personal notes you find. Get out alive. You've heard there are some deep tunnels under the estate that should eventually connect with the city's sewers. You hope. And yeah, I'm saving right at the beginning. I'll try not to abuse saves too much. Now, you can easily see it now, but this mission was originally built before a series of engine upgrades to, oh god, there's a guard coming. I'll explain in a minute, once I get him out of the way. Come on, buddy. Okay, he's, okay, this guy's out of the way. Now I'll explain what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. All of these places that have forest green, originally the color palette of the dark engine for Thief 1 was much more limited. Things looked much darker and grittier, and originally this texture was pretty much dark brown or black, so I assume this was his attempt to simulate a skybox. But it's completely busted now because, oh god, another guard. But now the color palette has been expanded, so his little visual trick was busted. Still, for the time, some design elements were fairly ambitious. I can actually try to be a little less lazy than usual and hide these guys in shadows. Yeah, this door and several others are just for show. They're not that important. So, one thing about this mission that was pretty creative for the time is that there are actually several ways to get in. You could go in through the front door if you're into smashing and bashing. You can use... uh-oh, another guard. One of the balconies nearby has wooden siding that you can use a rope arrow on. Oh god, he saw me. Well... Okay, I don't know how I did that, but whatever. As long as I'm not killed, I'm going to keep going. Okay, so, like I said, there are several ways you can get into the manor. You can mantle jump through this window right here, but we're not going to do that. Let me see. If you're good enough, you might be able to hook onto something wooden and climb onto the roof. Let's test that. I usually go in through those gates at the bottom, at the delivery chute, right here. But let's try something different. Be less predictable. Okay. Or maybe this was an oversight by the designer. Nonetheless, let's give it a try. Oh shit. Oh god, and I set the guys off. So, yeah. Okay. Over there, and... Yeah, no, I was mistaken. I was mistaken. So... I'm gonna... So, normally I go through these gates, but they take forever to lockpick. Let's just ignore them and jump in through the window into the kitchen. And, it says, Travis, our Lord thinks the Keepers have been watching us. They may or may not be aware of our intentions, though a Keeper meddling in Rothchest's affairs is unlikely. We need to make certain that a strong watch is kept in the old bell tower tonight. If anything happens to Kevil's new sword before the ceremony, it'll be my head. Did you lock the gable window in the bell tower as you were told, Brian? Recipe for Feast by Travis. 1 hunk of deer flesh, 1 crop of carrots, some other extra spices and stuff, very specific. Add broth. Make sure it gets cooked on fire for human guests. Serve with bread. Yum. We'll drop that because we don't need it. That leads to an area that will come in to play later. I guess I will show off how long it takes to lockpick this. It's rather annoying, if I remember right. Yeah, that's why I jumped in through the window, because these take a ridiculously long amount of time to unlatch. Finally. Congrats. Time wasted. Well, let's try and pick up the pace a little bit. And the kitchen's locked. Oh boy.
Hey!
Okay. Okay, I fucked up. Sorry, guys. Oh boy. That leads up to another room. Maybe it's better if I try that. Okay. Yeah, so as you've probably guessed, I'm not ghosting this mission. But that should have been obvious from the start. If you saw my Cult of the Resurrection videos and my video was for the Inverted Manse, you could show it shows that I generally stick to blackjacking people, live humans, and attacking undead. I believe I need a key for that chest. I think one of the guards has it. Brian, I have placed the ceremonial blade in the bell tower. Make certain it's heavily guarded at all times. Tomorrow night, the catacombs will be quieter, and then our dark and regal guests shall arrive. Once I have escorted them down to the temple for the ceremony, you are to bring the blade back to me. When I have it, our treachery will be brought full circle, and all things made complete. Lord Kevel Rothchest. Sounds like a charming guy, this Kevel.
Just the wind, I guess. Odd noise.
Okay, there's a guy in there, and he's probably facing us. Okay, that was kind of weird.
That's it! You've had it!
Okay, let's try something else.
Just the wind, I guess.
Besides, I don't think I need anything up there right now. I was gonna hide him in the fireplace as a gag, but that seems to be a no-go. Oh, these candlesticks use actual fireplace fires, not like visual effects. Like if you get close enough, they'll burn you to death. I guess I'll just put him in the delivery area. Okay, since nobody seems to patrol there. Oh, there's there are a lot of hidden passages in this mission. That one leads to one of the top floors. This leads to the middle floor. But there are some no-joke fires in the way, so it's kind of a pain to get around. Let's very carefully sidestep this corridor. Okay, there are other things we need to do, but first, I guess that's a secret door. Anyhow, we need to get the sword back, and it's in a well-lit area that has a lot of tile. And I think I got lucky in that no one heard that. Okay, I think... Okay. Yeah, you can see it's bugging out pretty hard with the night sky texture and the forest green carpety texture. Like I said, these were pretty close visually early in the game, but with engine upgrades, it's kind of busted the appearance of the mission. I believe This is a cargo lift. Okay. Don't want to fall. And there's... Alright. The belfry. This is much harder to do in the original version of Thief before the engine upgrades. Ropes were a lot slipperier, and oops.
Something there.
Oh shit. Oh well.
I'll find you. Tell me. Nothing there now.
Oh boy. Let's try this again. I'm sorry for my terrible playing. I'm really looking awful, and I have no excuse. Anyway, that belfry is how we're supposed to get into the tower. Or at least the way the designer intended. One of the ways the designer intended. Okay. Let's grab up here. Okay, and gonna say, oh boy, that was much harder in the original engine. Oh. Okay, this is a bit of a problem to deal with because the place is fairly well lit. Luckily, I think these torches
Who's there? Who said that?
are the only thing emitting light. So, all we have to do is, well, hope the guards don't see us, and then cause a blackout. Well, not a total blackout, but close enough. Get this guy, and get the sword. Okay, we've got Constantine's sword back. Let's get out of here. But get the okay. That was the guy I'm more worried about. Just took a chance and it paid off for once. Okay. Moving on. Let's head down and unfortunately we don't have a flash bomb, and I don't think we have enough to darken that room, so
Did you see someone over there? Over here! We've got a thief!
that's weird. Yeah, that's kind of weird. These guards just bugged out. Okay, this guy ran up to the tower and then... Okay, yeah, these guys glitched the hell out. Well, like I said, unless I... Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. I believe that gold, one of these keys, I believe, goes to the chest. Or not. But the one in that bedroom above, I believe it goes there. We're still relatively early in the mission, and we've already got 1100 loot. That's more than a lot of original fan missions. OG, the fan missions, excuse me. I think this tower might be the observatory. Yes, it is. I don't know. There's a gas mine in the observatory. I don't know why. This sweet astronomy and these late lonely nights in this desolate tower cause a quiver of anticipation in my stomach. I have seen her again, walking in the lanes below, dressed in white, pale as a funeral lily. She beckons me to walk with her. Oh, how I long to share her company forever. I almost feel sorry for poor Amarantha. She cannot understand her role or purpose in my union to this strange and lovely creature of the night, but soon the guests from the old land will arrive. Their dreadful life shall whet the woodsy blade as their kind and my kind have done in aeons long forgotten. Then Amarantha's callow blood will mingle with the ancient stolen blood of my wretched kin, and I too shall walk the night clothed in white, passing wheresoever I wish, with the lovely maiden I can see, but not yet touch. By the gods, these are dark nights, and what strange madness that her mindless body stalks the vaults below, while her spirit drifts free, until my hideous plan comes to fruition. But soon, not even gods shall be able to judge me, for I will be gone from this miserable world of sorrow. Kevel. So, basically, Kevel is practicing a bunch of human sacrifice in order to transform into some ascended being or something. I'm not really certain of how all of this works. I think some of it might have been left up to interpretation. Anyway. Okay, save here.
So wet. Mold everywhere down here. Who goes?
Yeah, he bugged out and was walking against the door. It doesn't matter. It's fine. I don't remember if one of the keys unlocks this. If I remember right, there's something nasty in this particular chest that, in case you didn't get the hint from all of the notes I've read so far, shows that Kevel is not the nicest person. Come on, open already. Oh no, it's not that chest, but it's here. You'll see what I mean. I believe it's this one. Yeah, a head, a severed head, kept in a chest. How lovely. There are a few parts I missed downstairs. Let's go take a look. That is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange eons, even death may die. That's a reference to Howard P. Lovecraft's Call of Cthulhu. It's been referenced in a lot of places, so I guess my explanation is unnecessary. Nyarlathotep, the crawling chaos, the darkness that feeds. May the blood of all trespassers wet the altars of our sightless crypts, and the mad dancing of the grave please the haunter of the darkness, Lord Rothchest. The broken hammer, the defiled stone. Bind corrosion to metal as corruption to the bone. Break the anvil, kill the king. Listen softly to the sepulchre sing. Something alerted them, but I'd have no idea what. Well,
Someone making noise? Hey, stop! Ouch! Ouch! Oh.
Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. I was probably going to knock them all out anyway. Oh well. What a shame. Anyhow. Oh, here comes his buddy. Let's just wait for him to... Got him. And another lock that takes way too long to unlatch. That's safe enough jump. That leads to an underhall or a tunnel of some kind. You'll see it later. It's pretty crude by modern Thief's mission standards, but I thought this pool room looked pretty cool as a little kid. The textures aren't to scale, but I guess the effort was there nonetheless. Oh, of course I got unlucky. Oops. That was oh, he stopped for no reason. Yeah. Oh no, we might need that gas arrow later.
What? Stop! Come back here and fight! Can I get some help over here? Intruder!
Oh well. I'll figure something out. For now.
Soon enough!
Okay, that's one. And I took a lot of damage. Not very pro of me, but I never promised one in the first place. Sorry, everyone. Okay.
Coward! Get out here!
Don't know why he didn't finish me off. Whatever.
Come back here and fight! Where are you, blackguard?
And I abused corner corner blackjacking to get him. Travis, the moon will be new tonight and the catacombs restless. Make sure your usual sloth is amended and the appropriate doors locked tight. I trust you brought in vegetables from the garden for the feast tomorrow night. Hopefully the kitchen is well stocked. There will need to be fresh blood for our arriving guests. They're strict carnivores, I'm afraid, Lord Rothchest. Let's see. Yeah, it's a restroom or a latrine. For the time it was designed, and it was pretty detailed. His emulating toilet paper. It's actually a stone texture, not paper, but trying to make a roll of toilet paper for the time that was a pretty advanced touch. Let me see. What key was it? And unlocked that, even though it wasn't necessary. Now let's go up and see what more trouble we can cause. Now these are Kevil's chambers.
Huh? Hey, what's that sound? I don't like this. I don't have any...
Okay. I don't know if he has a harem going on, or if one's his wife and one's his servant. Who knows? Maybe both. Oh, that's right, he has a special key. Yeah, he heard me, so I'm gonna save here because we have a... Well, I wouldn't really call it a boss fight, but it's a fight nonetheless. And he's dead. Lying on a bed of roses, literally. That's a rose texture. Anyway, let's... Now that, now that we just killed that creepy guy, let's use his key to unlock these chests. That's part of the objective. You gotta get all of the, notes and, treasures in his room. His personal quarters. My dear Amarantha, I apologize for your shock earlier. It must have come as some surprise to you. I cannot make excuses for my origin, but I assure you that my love for you is as true and deep as any love can be. You are everything to me. I promise you this. When my affairs in this dark city are over, I shall spirit you back to my country, a land of alabaster domes and mythic colonnades. There, in the deep rose sunsets and drunken twilight, we will dance amid the heady blossoms of the trees. You and I will be one forever, outside this black mire of soot-belching gears and mournful cobbled streets. By the time the moon is full again, this place will scarcely be a memory at all. Be patient, my love. I will prove your wait worthwhile. Kevil. Is he sincere, or is he just using sweet words? You decide. Either way, he was clearly not saying. yet another lock that took... Oh, look, it's Cthulhu. I mean, if you didn't get all the Lovecraftian references before. And someone outside is looking for me. It doesn't matter. This mission is, I'd say, more than half over. We'll be on our way. Maybe I can just speed this up by using Kevil's key. Yes, I can. Thank goodness. Okay. Yeah, I got all his shit. Now I need to find the skull. Which may or may not explain the Rothchest family's background.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh shit.
Die!
Okay, this is not good. Oh wait. Fuck that. Bye.
Hey, you.
I originally was just gonna try to ambush him with a blackjack, but no, I'm in trouble here. Oh, no, stay away from those candles, because those are fireplace fires, like I said before, and they can hurt you. And I wonder how Finn Phoenix would have handled this mission. Or, well, what was his name? Some other guy who's really good at thief missions. It'll come to me, I'm sure. And yet another secret. And this leads to that dark square in the roof, but we've done everything we need to on the roof, so never mind that. Okay. Go back to the kitchen, then descend into the lower tunnels and in the catacombs. Wait, I think I forgot something. No, not that. No. No, not that. Ah, here. This was something I got from one of Rothchest's containers. Han Tao was buried alive in the temple of Dedok Thul, an unhallowed vault of pagan blackness. Dedok Thul, unbeknownst to the engineers of this spreading city, lay restless and deep centuries before the builder dreamed these foundations. For his crimes, Han Tao was sealed in that festering receptacle of evil, his flesh feeding the scarabs of darkest night. Below the catacombs, the Hammerites left him to rot with the 5 temple maids whom he had victimized. Legend is that after Han Tao had defiled the poor temple maids on the very altar of the builder, he silenced them and dug a hole in the cellar in which to hide his dark work. Unfortunately, the floor collapsed below him, and he found himself in the forgotten temple of Dedok Thul. Terrified and unable to climb back out, he began to scream. The other Hammerites, drawn by his noise, discovered his terrible sins and sentenced him to death. They sealed off the hole, removed all of their holy relics, and sold the desecrated church to the city. Oh, as my great-great-grandfather bought the structure, he built a new passage to the evil temple. My family's work is in death, both ancient and new. What bones may move after strange eons rest in the calculation of my art. Several relics lie yet within Han Tao, which none of my ancestors were able to retrieve. Black magic stirs in the 5 temple maids and their cursed murderer. But by betraying my own kind, the blood pools will work backwards, and I shall have power to pass. Then the skull shall be mine, along with the deeper, more lovely treasures dependent on the woodsy blade, Lord Kevel Rothchest. Yes, I switched between two voices there, because I'd forgotten that this was written by Kevel. Anyway, I have everything I need from the upper areas of the mansion now to descend into the, just use a rope arrow to get down there. This leads to, the power generator. Okay, we need to find a way to so this is the panel, a panel we need to open. But it may not be necessary after all to do that. I believe there's a switch to open it, but the creator leaves several options in place for enterprising players. Let me just look under these boxes to see if there's anything worthwhile. No. And that switch is just part of the generator. And it doesn't matter because we're in the tombs anyway. I apologize. This is going to take a while because it's very hard to move when a spider. And I completely missed that. But I didn't miss that time. But yeah, it's hard to move. You can only move in some areas when you're standing up fully. You have to crouch for most of it. A skull. Oh, and a water arrow. I thought I'd missed him for a second. And here comes another one. I'm just terrible today with my shots. Never mind. I'll just use the sword. Now, I forget the exact way to get into the Dark Temple that was mentioned before. But since we're in the catacombs, it can't be far. Oh, is this it? Yes, I think so. Or maybe not. We'll see. Anyway, just crawl down here. Because there's some undead in the next chamber. Yeah, this is the way we were supposed to go. Yeah, those zombies are supposed to be the the temple maidens that, well, it doesn't exactly say so, but the temple maidens that Han Tao, well, it's implied he raped them pretty violently. So, I don't really have a way to fight these things, so I'm just gonna have to run away. But we'd rather not go in here, but... Oh, shit. That was my fault. I wasn't paying enough attention. Oh boy, this is going to be so boring, but it's the only way I can do this without getting myself slaughtered. Gonna have to haul each of these rocks back up. Come on, come on, come on. Throw that away. Go back down and get at the other rock. Yeah, so yeah, these zombies, like I said, are supposed to be the temple maidens that the fallen Hammerite, Han Tao, well, the text from Kevel Rothchest says that he violated them and then silenced them, so that means he violently raped and murdered them. So he's been sealed in the temple of a fallen god for all eternity. I think his body's down there. But it's been a while since I've played this mission, and I'm very rusty, as my very awful playing probably evidences. 2 left, then we can actually get into the ruined temple. Come on, let's speed this up. This is taking too long. There's a remake of this mission by John D. Head, who made the Arbez missions, the Island of Iron, Fortress of Steel, Brawl in the Tombs, Deep Trouble 1 and 2. He was a fan of this mission and remade some elements. He took some of the more annoying ones out, if I remember right, and he changed the maiden zombies to actually be female, to better fit the theme of the mission. Just more useless trivia from yours truly. Okay. Let me just get rid of that light, even though I'll probably be spotted anyway. So anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to avoid or run past, or both. Avoid or run past these zombies, but I have to get past them one way or another, because yeah, there's Han Tao's body, and just below it is the skull, is the sacred skull. Let's bunny hop past these. Let's just leave him to rot. Piece of shit that he is. Run away. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh, I guess I can't. That must have been the hole that the Hammerites sealed. Run away, run away, run away. There is a way to open it, but I can't remember how. Perhaps it's on one of the columns? Maybe it's in the outer... Yeah, I'm definitely supposed to open this door. He's damned for eternity. He's floating through space for eternity. I could have shot the zombies, but they're victims of him. They can't help what they are. Okay. Okay, I need to find those tunnels. Never mind, I guess there isn't a secret way out. Or if there is, I can't find it. Anyway, let's proceed back up to the catacombs. Try and find the way out. Oh right, there's one part of the mission the mansion in the mission that I didn't show off. And it leads down here, I believe. One moment. Oh, and we got 3131 loot. Did I find the way forward? No, I'm just in a Kebble's cellar. Wait, what's this? Yeah, that's the way out. But there is one thing I wanted to show off. I'll be sure. I believe that's the way out, yes. Let me just mark this with a moss arrow, so I know that this is the way forward. Okay. I'll go back to the estate. Yes, I believe this is the one. And just to speed things up further, I'll mark out off the way I came here. These ladders lead up to, I believe, the, yes. This is the altar where Kevel and his cronies performed human sacrifices. And this is the chapel proper, or ex-chapel. I believe Kevel's key opens it. Or not. Anyway, we'll open this for no reason. Just to show it off. Doesn't look too bad for the time it was made. But enough messing around. It's time to wrap this mission up. There it is. Sorry. Still having had jeez. Sorry for the noises I'm making. No, not that way. Should have used my last moss arrow to point out the midpoint. Okay, so our final loot score is 3206. Not too shabby. We already got that one. The urn from there. Or was it a canopic jar? No, that goes back to the desecrated temple. Wait, I think that's a dead end. Yeah. Oh! Our loot total is 3281. That's not bad at all. Now I just need to find the way out. Should have left more markings. Let me see if I can find the ladder again, I believe. Oh, here it is. This is the way out. So, that was the shadow of Lord Rothchest. I'm sorry my playing was such a mess, but I'm kind of rusty at this game. I really have no excuse, though. Anyway, that's it. Thank you.